All right, you guys, it's time we have a heart-to-heart. Can you wash in the winter? Can you detail your car outside? The answer, folks, is yes. You might say, oh, Nick, this car looks very clean. That's because I washed it recently. So the whole idea of this video is, if you want to wash in the winter, keep your vehicle more clean. That might mean going through the touchless wash more often. I know life gets in the way. I know there's snow on the ground, but there's certain things you can do to get out of your head and to get into detailing even when it's cold out. I'm not checking the thermometer today. If your chemicals are not frozen, they will work. I know you've heard Ivor LaCroix say minimum 40 degrees, maybe 50 is even better. Guys, your chemicals aren't gonna work as well, but they are going to work. So two things, if your chemicals aren't frozen in the bottle and they're not freezing on the paint, you're totally fine. The second is you absolutely want a drying aid. I know we say rinseless wash is a great drying aid, not in the cold. You want something with ceramic or some sealant in it. It will help you dry better. Just trust me on this. So I recently washed this less than a week ago. I put pan ceramic sealant on it. You saw me doing a 3 separate foam stage in my garage back there. It was a lot of fun. And now I get the rewards of that. So it's not that somehow I'm some magician and I'm a part owner of DIY Detail, so everything is easy for me. No, I'm out in the wild where I belong. I love being outside. I love facing the elements. When you keep up on your car, it's easier to clean. So this is encouraging you. I feel like a pep talk to everybody out there. Let's go, let's be cold, let's do this. What did I do? Did I have some fancy garage setup where I got the water? No, I went into my kitchen, I put a bucket on a chair, and I got piping hot water. Why did I get piping hot water? It's not good to have piping hot water for your clay towel, so leave the clay towel out of that, but the sponge will be fine. I know it's gonna cool off on me, and heat's an important part of cleaning, so I want a little bit of heat if I can. All right, so NV ceramic sealant, we're gonna use that as our drying aid. I'm gonna keep this bare bones. We're just gonna dip this in the rinseless wash bucket after we dilute it. But you know, it's Nick at night. I don't wanna do totally all DIY Detail products. That would be not boring, but you know, it's fun to try different products. By the way, if you want to try any of these products, promo code Nick at Night saves you 10%. That's one word, Nick at Night. But let's take a look at the product. Let's see if we like them first before I go ahead and recommend anything. So 256-to-1 Quiver Indo Rinseless Wash, Josh V's brand. So I believe we've got about, 4 gallons in here. So I'm gonna do 4 capfuls of Indo Rinseless Wash. Of course, you can use DIY Detail Rinseless Wash. You can use Detail Co's Rinseless Wash. Love it. Oh my goodness, it smells like bubble gum. Let's go. So folks, here's a close-up of the car. There's light dust, there's light dirt. Again, this is the beauty of having washed this 5 days ago, and having a garage. This is the DIY Detail Legacy Sponge, specifically meant for rinseless washing. The slits in this sponge will pick up any of that heavy stuff. You dunk it back in the bucket, and oh my goodness, it just drops down. At least that's the way DIY Detail Rinseless works. I haven't tried Indo from Josh V, from Rogue. Oh my gosh, but when you dip your hands in the bucket, it's so warm. Oh, that's why we do hot water. All right, I'm gonna take an empty bottle here. We're going Rogue, or I don't know what Indo is, independent, I'm not really sure. But all you do to dilute your rinseless wash, just put your bottle in the bucket. We have no fancy keg sprayer. We have no fancy electronic foamer, or whatever the kids are using these days. We have a trigger sprayer, guys. The only thing you need to do with rinseless wash is get the dang stuff on the surface. Now, is this a little fatiguing to the wrist? Yes, it is. Is this my favorite way to do it? No, it's not. But I'm a man of the people, and I want to show you that all you need to do in the winter time for a rinseless wash is get the dang product on the car, let it emulsify, let it break down for you. That is the beauty of rinseless washing. You've got protected, well-maintained paint. Your wash should be easy. You should be able to do this anywhere, and you should be able to do it fast. By the way, Indo has a really nice, I think like a bubblegum strawberry scent, and a very blue color. So I'm glad I'm wearing some gloves today. I always want to be protected when you're working with chemicals. At least that's my personal and professional opinion. Never hurts to be protected, guys. And I may need to refill this sprayer, but again, I'm just trying to spray the surface. As I spray and video, it may not be the most efficient thing ever, but you get the idea. We just want the rinseless wash all over the surface before the contact wash. And I can see just a slight amount of dirt there, so boom. It's like I'm playing Time Crisis. I've got my trigger, reload, reload. We are reloading, and I don't see anything freezing on the paint. So we're enjoying ourselves. We're washing the car when no one washes. The beauty of a detailed car in the wintertime is that no one has their car looking nice. So yours just tends to pop. And you know we love the Subaru Legacy at Nick at Night. 181,000 miles, 2017. Rinseless wash. Use whatever bottle you want. I like that it's DIY detail. Repping a little rinseless wash. Just find an empty bottle, right? If it was 32 ounces, that would probably be more efficient. But let's see if I can do it with 16. Ooh, the trigger finger. It's getting a little tired. We can do it. It's kind of cool, you can see all the water beating up. I put Pan's ceramic sealant on there, V2 I believe, about a week ago. And I just have noticed great gloss on this Subaru paint and awesome water beating. So again, if you like the results here, use promo code Nick at Night for 10% off. It supports me, it supports Pan, it supports the boys at House of Rags. And we can continue making awesome videos, just having fun, just showing you how possible it is to detail even when there's snow on the ground and have fun. We don't give up when the weather gets cold, when the going gets tough. What do the tough do? They get going. You know what's kind of cool? I think I'm gonna be able to get the entire vehicle with this 16-ounce bottle. Now you might say, Nick, this was so clean, you could have used waterless wash. I like waterless wash. I think it's a great product in certain situations, but I prefer a rinseless wash. I just like a deeper dive. I just want to be a little bit more safe. Waterless wash is great. I just like a wash media that is wet. I like our Legacy sponge. I like the rinseless wash technology. Waterless wash is a nice wipe down in a pinch, but I just feel like this is always going to be a safer wash. Okay, so the 16-ounce bottle, it's done. Now, oh, the Legacy sponge, it's very warm and soft because my solution was warm. It started hot actually, and to be honest with you, it's just gliding over the paint. So yeah, the chemicals don't work as well, but as long as this is not freezing on you, and I know there's been snow all over the US and cold temperatures and power outages, you might be in a case where it's just extreme, right? But find that nice day where you can get yourself outside, the chemicals aren't freezing on you. Now it's one side of the sponge per panel, right? That's how we do the rinseless washing system. No pressure, and if we do put pressure, it's so fat that it eliminates pressure points, the Legacy sponge. But we're not gonna scratch glass, so I did one panel was kind of half the hood for me, and then I switched sides to the other foam. That's the safe way to wash, but because we're not gonna scratch glass, I'm cheating a little bit, but it's not really cheating. I can let it ride a little bit longer on glass. I'm not worried about it. As always, when I lift the wiper blades up, I'm putting them down as quickly as I can when I'm outside. There's no wind or anything to speak of here, but all you need is a wiper blade to snap down and scratch your glass. It's just something that has happened to people in the past. We don't want that to happen, folks, and that's why safety first. I've never been upset at myself for putting my wash bucket ahead of me. I'm heading that direction anyway. May as well put it ahead of me. Just a nice efficiency trick. I don't think this bottle's gonna stand up, so I'll just leave it on the bucket. Why not? And you can see where I've washed and where I haven't. So I've washed this panel and I've washed the front fender, right? But I haven't washed the door. That's the beautiful thing about rinseless wash. Unlike suds and foam, which we all love because it's so fun, but you see those tight water beads? I can tell I haven't washed there. So it's so efficient because you never waste steps. And you can tell if you missed a spot too. So once you kind of learn the ways of the rinseless, it becomes fun, even in the winter. You've heard it a million times, but we want our Legacy sponge on the verge of dripping. no pressure whatsoever because we have a substance on there, a chemical called rinseless wash. And by the way, Josh, I really like the slickness of Indo. I'm really enjoying this rinseless wash so far, but I'm switching the sponge to a new side at every panel. No pressure whatsoever. Want to pre-treat. And I always want to use a hose after I pre-treat with rinseless if I have any concern about this being super dirty. So the no hose method is a well-maintained clean car. The hose method is every other time. So always err on the side of safety, that's my opinion. But when you've got coated protected paint, you can often wash a slightly dirtier vehicle than you think you can in a safe way because that coating is making it so much easier to clean. Switching sides to my other foam color, using the legacy sponge to get inside of the handle, warming up my body with nice activity, getting some fresh air. I'm excited, guys. I haven't done an outside winter wash in a while. It's nice to remind myself that it's possible. Detailing isn't over, guys. Spring is coming, but our detailing prime is right now. There is something so zen about washing with rinseless on coated or protected paint. I mean, just look at the way the sponge glides over the paint. It's now washed. It now has a lubricant on there, so it'll be safe to dry. Of course, we're gonna add a drying lubricant. That is dirty, folks. That is dirty. Oh my gosh. Should we test Josh's rinseless wash and see if it works? So we have a very dirty sponge. Obviously, it's been driven in the wintertime. I'm really curious to know, will my sponge come out clean? Josh, this is the big test. I'm rooting for you, dude. I'm rooting for you. That looks really clean. Those are just wet marks, right? So you just dip it in, boom. Some wet marks, but that's really clean. That works. So you see the rinseless wash technology, it gets dirty in the bucket, but your wash media is clean. That's all you need to know. What's going back on the paint? Should we have a chemistry discussion? We can. What's going back on the paint? Is it clean? Because if it's clean, I'm good. Full send. Let's keep it going. Okay guys, so one thing about cold weather, right? The rinseless wash isn't gonna dry on you. So direct sunlight, usually it dries. In this case, it's not drying on us. So we have a lot of working time here with the rinseless wash on the surface. I will tell you, it was quite the test. We had a dirty vehicle and that legacy sponge cleaned up nice. So Josh V's Indo, 2 thumbs up for sure. So many great products on the market nowadays. Now it is time to dry. So I've got a medium WMD towel, a weapon of mass drying from thehouseofrags.com. If you'd like to use it, use promo code NICK@night. All right, just getting my sprayer primed here. Obviously, less is more with DIY detail products. I'm using Envy because I trust it. I know this product, right? I know we need a good drying aid to efficiently dry the surface in the cold. Now, I'm prone to use more product than I need. 1 spray per panel is all we recommend, but sometimes I am who I am. And obviously that could make it more difficult to dry, so I'm just gonna kind of watch the behavior on the paint. And again, it will be more difficult to dry in the cold, so leverage a drying aid, leverage something you trust. I love C6 Mist for this as well from DIY Detail. Just kind of watching it on the surface, making sure everything's drying on me, and yeah, just cold weather drying is no joke. So I'll just try 1 spray. 2 sprays I think was a lot anyway, and that feels a lot more tenable. So just 1 spray on the panel, and just be vigilant to make sure everything is drying completely, because drying can be such a pain in cold weather temps. I'm almost out of Envy ceramic sealant from DIY Detail. Gonna need to order another bottle. Obviously, a product that I love to use, and a lot of rave reviews for that as well. So of course you can find it on thehouseofrags.com. Curious what your favorite drying aid in the cold is. What do you guys like to do as it relates to cold weather detailing, kind of drying cold paint? Just trying to make the best of obviously less than ideal conditions. And because we know the sun's not going to be an issue here, you can go ahead and spray your Envy ceramic sealant ahead of you. So 1 spray per panel. Okay guys, my hands are starting to freeze a little bit. It's getting darker out and colder out. One variable to this entire equation is, Nick, you didn't show me how to clean my wheels. Well, this is where we're gonna use a specialized sprayer like a keg or a Scott's Garden sprayer, just something that will get a lot more water on the surface and flush better. I've got Pineapple, Quiver's all-purpose cleaner, and if you wanna do wheels and you wanna do tires, you go ahead and do that. So I'll spray the Pineapple as liberally or as scantily as you want. I love using product. So what I'm gonna do there, I'm gonna allow it a lot of dwell time, right? I'm gonna allow it a lot of dwell time, then I'm gonna flush with the rinseless wash to get it all off there. Then I will clean with my wheel and body brush dunked in my now done wash bucket, right? So I'll remove the legacy sponge from the bucket. I'll now make it a dedicated wheel cleaning bucket. I'll put my wheel and body brush from DIY Detail in that bucket. It might look a little grimy, it'll be fine. Then I'll clean the wheel, then I'll use a drying aid like Envy to dry down the wheel face, and then I'll dress the tire if I want. I don't really feel like doing that, but I wanted to show you, hey, you're feeling like an extracurricular activity. You're feeling like extra credit. You want some extra brownie points from the detailing teachers or the internet. You want it to look amazing. You want to do this for you, most importantly. That's how you do a rinseless wash with no hose, even in the cold. If this freezes on me, it's out. If it doesn't freeze, green light. Game on. And there you have it, folks. I've done that tire. I could go ahead and do the rest. I don't know if I'm going to. I might just leave this one because I don't really feel like cleaning the rest. Or I might just dress dirty tires and just call it a day. Sometimes you gotta know the rules to break the rules. Is that a hack move to put tire dressing on otherwise clean tires? I mean, I cleaned this a week ago. It might be a hack move, but I'm tired. My hands are cold. My paint is shiny. I've achieved the desired result. It could snow tomorrow, right? We know what's going on here. And in about 35 minutes, real time, I was able to wash this while talking to you. Super easy, super simple. If you like winter washing, I want you to go to thehouseofrags.com, use promo code NickAtNight, save yourself 10%. You can say thank you to me, I'm saying thank you to you. Like the video, subscribe to the House of Rags YouTube channel, give this some hype points, and make sure to watch this video right here.